To get up, we've got our favorite segment. Is that McNutt with Monica McNutt? Monica, let's begin with the king. We saw him play on Wednesday night. Monica, if I said LeBron will finish his career on a title run with the Cavs, is that McNutt?
You know, Schrager, I do not think this is McNutt. Listen, LeBron James has already had what is equivalent of a storybook career. Why not end it at home in a place where he's loved? I mean, he's not going to be looking for a next big contract in terms of the money. I don't know that he'd absolutely take a vet minimum either, but it's not about the money at this point. It's about putting a button on a wonderful career.
That's a nice, cute story.
It is. That's what I said.
You said title run.
Literally.
That's the thing. That's
the title
the
part.
thing
Yeah, you're right.
that I take a little bit of umbrage with. But yeah, going back to Cleveland, because I don't think he's finishing his career with the Lakers. I think this is the Hollywood part is over. And I think there are two teams, Monica, and the second one you might like a little bit more than the other. It's Cleveland, and there's the New York Knicks.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm just saying.
How you say interessante in French?
Bonjour.
There you go.
The Celtics are tied with the #2 seeded Knicks in the loss column, despite not having Jason Tatum this entire season. If I said Jaylen Brown wins the MVP this year, is that McNutt?
Man, this one was tough. I'm not going to lie. As I was getting ready for the show, Schrager, I was really going back and forth on this one. I do think this is McNutt, and it's not because Jaylen Brown is undeserving. He's absolutely an MVP candidate, but I think we can't get bored with greatness. There's still this guy over in Oklahoma City who's killing it on both sides of the ball, and his team is still the best team in the league. You know, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Vince?
I don't think it's super crazy, but I think the team is going to have to do that much more better. They're right now between second and 4 in the East. Detroit is running away with the conference right now. If they were to exceed that team, yeah. But there's a player in Detroit named Cade Cunningham that you're going to have a conversation about, too. You're talking about two-way players that can win MVP.
Yeah. It's been amazing what Jaylen Brown's doing. The Celtics team's been cool to watch. Let's go to the next one here. The New York Knicks need Giannis to win the title this year. Is that McNutt?
Okay, here we go. Let's do the word thing. Need. I'm going with this one is McNutt. Would Giannis make this team better? It's hard to deny that. But I do think that when you look at the way the Knicks have started the season, they have shown that they have the ability to get it done. Now, the way they started 2026, I understand the noise around this team, but I do think they have enough talent on this roster to make it happen.
I don't see it happening at all. Let's be perfectly honest here. You can't win an NBA title with league average defense. And that's what the Knicks have. And they've been inconsistent all season long. If you were to get a Giannis, whether it's now or later, he is such a big part that you can't just throw him in there. It's not like just adding some seasoning or add some Old Bay to the salmon and making it taste good. You know what I mean? It's a little different. You know, might be. I'll introduce you to that later.
That's Baltimore. I've had it. Don't worry. You're not understanding where I am. I get it. I can hang. But go on.
Vinny, I think that's a great point, though, because the last time, I always say this, the last time we added star equal championship was Kawhi Leonard in Toronto. It just doesn't happen that quick. And so I think there's something to be said for holding on to what this group has in terms of the chemistry, the investment, the time spent together, as opposed to blowing it up.
You're around this team a bunch. Does it feel like it's a distraction? Every time I walk down the street, I'm nobody. They say to me, is Giannis coming to the Knicks? Is Giannis coming to the Knicks? I'm sure the players hear it too.
You know, Schrager, quick aside, last night I did a really great event celebrating 80 years of the Knicks with a bunch of the old guys, Bernard King, Clyde Frazier, Allen Houston, Stephon Marbury, Rod Strickland, and they all talked about the pressure of being in New York. The noise is loud in New York, whether the trade deadline is around the corner or not. And so having been around these guys, they are professionals. It's out there, but they understand their best play for their individual futures and team's future is to take care of what's in front of them.
Vince, you're plugged in. Like, what's your thought?
It's a weird thing. Whenever you hear a Giannis trade rumor and you walk into that locker room, it's a pall. You feel it. You see it with the players. You see it with Karl Towns. You see it with Mikal Bridges. They know math. They know how much Giannis makes, and they know if Giannis comes here, I got to go. And what can you do to mitigate that? There's nothing you can do right now if Giannis says, I want to be a New York Knick. You can't prove yourself for June in January. June is only the thing that's going to save them. But if the Knicks make the decision, which I don't think they will, James Dolan came out and said a few weeks ago, this is the team that we're going to have. He said there are no big moves that we're going to make. Granted, anything can happen. You can always make those decisions now and then come back later. But I think you got to be real careful with what you have.
Where's Cat's head at? Because I feel like he's always the center of this trade rumor, and he's always the one that Knicks fans are, we'll move. but yet leads the league in rebounding, playing well, and they're winning games now. So where's he at right now?
I think the thing that he continues to say is he wants to be a part of winning. This team wants to get better every day. And so whether that is just a mantra that he's telling himself, it is the right thing to say. Because like Vinny said, you can't control the outside stuff.
And you got to want you. Let's be perfectly honest. The Knicks had a chance to extend Karl Towns before the start of the season. They did not. And the one reason that they didn't was because they wanted to keep their cap flexibility in the event that a player like Giannis becomes available. Actions, not words.
Guys, awesome. The trade deadline is right around the corner, but we got an NBA Duke Blue Devils dream watching two former Blue Devils put on a show. First pair of college teammates, not to mention roommates, in NBA history to score 30 points against one another. Let's see the highlights of Cooper Flagg versus Con Knippel. Knippel, who was the NBA's Rookie of the Month the first month of the season, just draining threes. Hornets would lead 33-20 after a quarter. Then there's the Cooper Flagg portion of the highlight. Watch him go here. Oh! Just dunking over everyone. Mavs still trailing by 9. Now they're
gorgeous
down.
Uniforms here, Peter.
Good looking
Gorgeous uniform.
Down 7. Good shot here. That was Knippel giving Flagg the business. And then here's Flagg driving. Oh, the teardrop in the lane. So good. All right. We go over to the fourth quarter. Remember, these guys were college roommates. Cooper Flagg with the left. Career
Duke crime.
high.
I love Duke on Duke crime. Don't you?
Let's go.
Don't you?
Guys, Cooper Flagg had 44 last night. Here they are, tie game. Flagg looking, 49 last night. I'm sorry. The ball gets stuck.
He fouled him. It was foul. It was a clean foul.
Somewhere John Shire is so proud.
That's it.
So proud.
Go for the block, not the charge, like the Duke play.
That's it. Here we go. 2-point game. Cooper Flagg has a shot. Crossover. Throws it up there. Just misses. Con Knippel gets the best of Cooper Flagg. Both of them were outstanding. Flagg 49-10. The former Duke Blue Devils put on an absolute show. First pair of college roommates. Again, that's college teammates, not to mention roommates. NBA history, they both scored 30 against one another. Monica McNutt, we're talking about Mavericks Hornets highlights here on a Friday morning. What went through your mind watching Cooper Flagg erupt for 49?
His mom must be so proud. Obviously she was a college basketball player in her own right, but I mean, this kid, we're just scratching the surface, right? Like, I can remember talking to folks prior to the draft, talking with Cooper and his family. The work ethic, I think, is something that people were really encouraged by when it comes to Cooper, and this is just the beginning. The Mavs, listen, almost a year to the date of the trade for Luka, like, it could not have bounced better for them in terms of having a guy that they can move forward with as a centerpiece.
You do all the draft stuff. Are you surprised that Flagg is having this kind of season already this far into the year?
I am, because I thought, again, he would be more of an outstanding role sort of guy, but he's moving into a centerpiece quicker than I anticipated, for sure.
Vince, what makes Flagg so special?
Well, he has to. Right?
Yeah.
There's no Anthony Davis. There's no Kyrie Irving that they expected. He has no problem being the main guy. There's something, too, in this age of AAU super teams and everything else, a guy understanding that I have to be the star, that everything is on me. And because Cooper Flagg looks a certain way, we don't take him as an athlete. He's a hell of a basketball athlete. When I see him, and Monica, I'll see what you think about this, I see Kawhi Leonard.
Interesting.
At a very young age that can dunk over, that's a sports car, defensively inclined, offensively aggressive. It's just that we don't think of him because he looks a certain way, and I'm fine with that. I really am. I'm okay with that. Like, it's all good. But sooner or later, we're going to come back and say, this kid was a great athlete, and he showed it since day one. He's still a teenager, y'all.
Yeah. It's wild.
Joe, I look at this rookie class. It's not only these two, but like Dylan Harper's having a great start to his career. You're seeing a lot of talent. What do you do from the gambling side as far as Rookie of the Year goes?
Rookie of the Year is a 2-horse race, and pricing might tell you it's a 1-horse race. Cooper Flagg minus 500, which means you're risking $50 to win 10. On the other side, Con Knippel right there, plus 340. $10 bet returns $34. $4 in profit. Now, there's posted odds and true odds. These are the posted odds. They have to factor in liability. They have to factor in how much the book could lose if they put a bad price up and they get hammered. True odds would probably have this price a little bit closer because Knibble's been nasty. In fact, the Hornets have been nasty. Number 1 in the NBA in January in net rating and offense. Don't sleep on this team. Chuck said they'd make the playoffs. 4-1, I think they make the playoffs.
Here we go with this.
Saying, but on this speaks to the Belichick situation from earlier this week. We're not handicapping the players. We're handicapping the voters. And the voters can do some crazy things. So keep that in mind when you mess around.
As someone who had the starter jacket and loved LJ and Muggsy and Del Curry.